The Queen's Gambit captured the public's imagination. It was a series on Netflix. What does Queen's Gambit actually mean? It is a chess move. Let me illustrate it. The classic chess opening is this one here. The pawn, 2 squares up from the king. The response from the black is that one. Now to play the Queen's Gambit, that's the move. It appears to be a sacrifice of a pawn, but of course what it does in the long run is get kind of control of the middle of the board. I've been interested in chess a very long time. I grew up in Hungary, and already in grade 3 we were learning chess, because at that time, of course, Hungary was firmly behind the Iron Curtain, and the Soviets believed that chess increased intellectual capabilities, and if you could beat the West in chess, it meant that you were superior in every way. Of course, I didn't know anything about the Cold War back then, but I really enjoyed learning chess. When it came to Canada in 1956, I didn't speak any English, but I could read chess magazines in English, because all you had to do was to take a look at the board, and it was all symbols. So I got very interested in that. And then as I learned English, I started to read about a new phenom, and that was young Bobby Fischer, who at the age of 14 became U.S. chess champion. I was intrigued by that, and I followed his career. And certainly I was amazed when he came to Montreal, as reported in the Montreal Gazette. In 1964, he came to Sir George Williams University, today Concordia, and he played a simultaneous exhibit against over 50 elite chess players. And he lost only 1 game. So I was absolutely intrigued by that, so I followed the chess world. And then in 1972, I was absolutely mesmerized by Fischers' play against Boris Spassky for the World Chess Championship. And of course, at that time, the Soviets had held that championship for something like 24 years. And this was perceived as good against bad, communism against the West. It was absolutely amazing, and Fischer triumphed. And I thought that was great. And from what I had seen with his appearance in Montreal, he seemed like a nice guy. He was clever. He was witty. And I liked him. Unfortunately, that story does not have a very happy ending, because after his conquest of Boris Spassky, his mental status just began to change. He retreated from the world of chess. He bought into all kinds of strange ideas, and unfortunately suffered from mental illness. Not clear exactly what form that mental illness took. But by the time that he ended up in Iceland, he was a former shadow of his self. He was not playing chess anymore. He had all kinds of strange ideas. He became a fervent anti-Semite, even though both his mother and his father were Jewish. It was sort of a descent into the pit of nonsense. Very, very difficult to explain. Of course, he was a spectacular chess player. Some believe that he was the best ever. How could someone like that, who was so intelligent, buy into all of the nonsense that he later bought into? We just have no explanation for that. The mind is very bizarre. But we do know that there is a link between playing chess and intelligence. I mean, this has been researched over the years. And now we have evidence. There have been a number of scientific studies about this, and over 2,000 studies actually about the intellectual ability of chess players, and whether it is related to intelligence. Well, IQ, of course, is a measure of intelligence, although it's somewhat controversial. And most high-quality chess players have high IQs. Fischer's was never measured, but it was judged to be about 180. It is very difficult to do this really systematically, to measure IQs of chess players. But all the studies have kind of confirmed that it takes intelligence to play chess. So that's our story for today. And as you might imagine, my favorite musical is Chess, which basically is the story of West against East. It is loosely based on the Fischer-Spassky chess match of 1972, but the music is just wonderful. You can listen to it, of course, on YouTube.